The first thing he says to me ain't, "Hey, Jess, how you been?" And he's like, "You know you're not a soprano, right?" I looked at him like, "I'm about to kill you."
Hey everybody, my name is LeBron Arnwine.
And I'm Jessica Hitte.
And welcome back to another episode of The Journey.
I guess I'll kick this one off.
I guess you can.
We're going to be talking a little bit about, as far as artists, what your wheelhouse is versus things that you just love and enjoy doing. There are a lot of things I love to sing. There are a lot of things I love to write. However, they are not all my wheelhouse. I know what my wheelhouse is. I know it because LeBron has told me several times. And I'm saying that not just because he's the boss and he knows and says all the things and it's just true. Because that's not how this works.
Y'all heard she just said,
that's not
right?
how this works.
She said that I'm the boss. I need y'all to understand the real. I let her have her moment with y'all.
You're allowing me?
Hey, listen, I feel like I need to do this like an interview style.
Let's do that.
Let's just change it up a little bit.
Let's do it.
So, Miss Jessica, when it comes to you being you're an artist, songwriter, how did you get to a place where you said, you know what, let me set my pride aside and let somebody else who this is their wheelhouse and they can sing this type of song better than I can?
Well, I'm going to finish the statement I was saying
earlier. I am a great
earlier.
interviewer, by the way. This is, if you needed somebody to interview somebody, call me. Go ahead.
If you got to say it.
Go ahead.
One of the things that did it for me was how often you would tell me things honestly. Like you would just say things. Now, it didn't mean I took it.
Right, exactly.
You know, there was, I can't with these faces.
She's talking good. This is what the faces are saying.
This doesn't mean everything LeBron says is Bible. However, there are some times that he'll say things and I'm like, it'll make me think about something. So when we get in the studio and I'm out of breath because I can't sing that line, and he's like, I can tell when he wants to change something, you know, because he's just gonna try it again, or like almost like I'm gonna let you keep figuring it out. You can keep hitting that wall if you want to, but I'm back here when you're ready. Look, tag me in. My wheelhouse is when I lead worship, and it's the ballads, the stuff that's open where I can play with. I'm a lyricist. I like to communicate lyrics. I like people to feel and hear what I'm saying. All these bops and like vibes and stuff like that, you can't communicate that as well. I can. There are some people that can. I enjoy writing and singing that music, but that is not my area.
See, if I'm singing, I'm not a singer. So I'm not going to sing no ballad. I need something with a whole lot of energy that I can fake my way through it and hit occasional notes. That doesn't mean I don't write ballads. I've written many ballads, but I tell you right now, when it came time to get a demo done, I was not singing it. People used to call me to, all
the time. I mean, you're good, but I didn't understand.
Watch yourself.
I'm just saying.
No, she's right. Listen, I'm not a singer. It got to where I would tell these pastors or whoever would call me and say, LeBron, I want you to come bring a team and lead worship. And I would say, you understand. I am not a singer. I'm not about to just open my mouth and the angels are going to sing with me. That's not what's going to happen. And they would say, yeah. I
remember one camp that he went to, and he asked me and like 2 or 3 other singers to go. I don't think he led a single song.
I didn't have to. I started to understand why people would call me. They didn't call me for my vocal ability. Okay. Now, I can hold a tune in the bucket.
He can sing, y'all. He can sing.
I can hold it. I know what to be able. I can do enough to tell her what I want her to sing. You know what I mean? That's the kind of like vein I'm in. But I knew people were calling because I know how to put a presentation together. Whether it's in church, whether it's at a show, whether it's at a concert, whatever it is. I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to sing. So I would call singers to come with me to sing this. I was like, hey, you singing this, you sing second verse, on the key change, you gonna do this, bam, do this.
The arrangements are great.
I'm now a producer of the music set, basically, just on stage jumping around because that's what I could do. You know what I mean?
I think a lot that comes into play when you think about your wheelhouse and what you enjoy, first of all, your pride has to be gone on that end. And we've talked about this several times, how much your pride can get in your way, because it did sting when, you know, not in an ugly way that he would say it, but he would just say, you ain't gonna hit that. Or you not doing it. some of these big ballads that we would write, I don't do big shout chanty like whatever. That's not me, but I wanted to so bad. Like why can't I? So paying attention to that and putting your pride aside, like it may not be what I want it to be. And if that's what takes the joy out of it, then maybe you need to be in a totally different area. Maybe you need to be doing something totally different. Maybe it's production. Maybe it is the arrangement side of things. You know, if you're not really that great of a singer, but you love to sing, friend, that may not be it.
Tell us about these songs we're getting ready to listen to.
Okay, so we've got 2 this week, double whammy. They're both ballads, and we decided to pair them together because, you know, they're just kind of in the same lane. Make Me Whole is the one we're going to listen to first. It's the very first song I ever wrote. And I wrote it with Austin Goodloe.
Shout out to Goody.
Close to your heart.
I forgot about this song.
Give me a new start.
What's that?
I will trust you with the pieces of my life. So will you put me back together?
I'm gonna fast forward.
Come make me whole, come make me whole, come make me whole again.
That was the whole chorus.
Oh,
actually.
I was going to play a nice chord. You missed it. Go back a little bit.
Lord.
I want to hear the nice chord I played.
Come make me whole, come make me whole, come make me whole again.
Right here.
Come make me whole, come make
Okay, you fast forward now.
I'm turning in ashes, redeeming beauty.
Again?
Giving my failures, wash me clean. I'm trading the guilt of my past for
Brandon Pear did all the string programming and stuff. It was very nice. Lovely tune. So this next
Lovely
one.
tune.
Lovely tune.
That sounded so old, man.
I'm getting older now.
Lovely tune.
I'm showing
yes.
my age to
That
y'all
was
now.
a lovely tune. I graduated in 05.
So,
When'd you graduate?
7. Going to
I
heaven.
know you didn't. Okay, this next song is called Love Covers. And again, all these ballads, it was like same, like what, come make me whole, come make me whole, come make me whole again. This one is literally love covers, love covers, love covers me. But the funny thing is I like to be a storyteller singer. So even if it's the same line and I know I'm not doing a whole lot, it's expression, it's the way you're looking at people when you sing stuff. It's just like how you get that little cry in your voice
And
sometimes.
if you're a person that writes a lot of lyric in your verses, sometimes it's good to have a moment in a chorus or something that it's space to let what you just said breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the chorus kind of tie things in. It's that give and take. If it's a whole bunch of words, that's a lot to process.
Love Covers was the first song I ever heard a congregation of people sing that I had written. And it was just the chorus. Somebody just started singing. I think it was at a Mod Halls concert. Sang it and opened up there, and everybody just caught on to it. And when the music cut out, the track, everybody just kept singing it because it was easy. You know, they caught on, simple, and that was, I think, one of the more popular songs on that album, other than Locking Eyes, because everybody just liked the bop.
higher than any mountain, deeper than any ocean is the love you have for me. I am forever yours, closer than any brother. I'll never find another who sees me the way you see.
I always like the keys on this one.
I am yours.
Oh, yeah.
Covers,
This is the whole chorus.
love covers me.
If you want to hear the rest of it, go to SoundCloud. Two things. You want number one first, number two first?
Do like I like backwards, 2 then 1, and then I have a thought.
So number two is I'm a piano player. I'm a piano programmer. So hearing these old like piano sounds, because I didn't have sounds yet. I didn't have, this is just like stock stuff that came with Pro Tools. It's all I had, you know what I mean? So listening now, I'm like, oh my goodness, I wish I would have had some tools I have now. But number one thing too, she always wanted to sing head voice all the time.
I was just about to say something about that.
Well, then you go first.
No, my comment was going to be, he would never let me do that now.
Listen.
He would never let me sing because I just listen now. And then at that time, I didn't understand why I couldn't. I'm like, this is so pretty. Let me sing it soft. Now I see why. Because it just doesn't
lower
have
the key
same...
and sing it. And yeah, you don't have the same meat when it's all in the head voice the whole time. 18 minutes.
It's always been people look at sopranos as just like the higher you can go, the better singer you are, like whatever. It took me a while to understand it, like it's all opinion, it's all preference. And my preference ended up being, I love my low register. I wish I could sing lower now. Like there'll be stuff that we hit that I'm like, let me see if I hit that one, you know. Of course there's a little bit of editing involved because I don't always be on it. Funny story.
Last story and then we'll let y'all go.
I know, because we got plenty. Y'all, we got a long way to go. It's a long journey. There were waves of when me and LeBron met each other. There was like a long break where I never saw him. I didn't know he was brothers with one of my favorite people, Austin Arnwine, who I was in choir with, and I loved him. But I met LeBron again, and Austin said, this is my brother LeBron. The first thing he said to me. Okay,
pause. Before you say what you're about to say, they were in the same choir. They were singing at a church near where I lived at. So I went to hear my brother play. I didn't know that she was in the choir. And I remember I hadn't seen her back at this time in like 2 or 3 years. So I hadn't seen her in a long time. And she was singing this song all up in her head voice, all high.
Precious Lord.
Yeah, and I was like, why is she singing so high?
The first thing he says to me ain't, hey, Jess, how you been? And he's like, you know you're not a soprano, right? I looked at him like, I'm about to kill you.
I didn't mean it mean.
That was not my wheelhouse. And I was trying really hard to be in that. And he was just telling me whether he was in a position to or not.
Yeah, fam. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode from The Journey. My name is LeBron Arnwine.
And I am Jessica Hitte.
See you next time.